So first of all, we've got three Australian coaches, each of whom are coach of an Australian Super Rugby team at the moment. So Les Kiss for the Queensland Reds, Dan McKellar for New South Wales, and Stephen Larkham for the ACT Brumbies. So Kiss has only had one season in charge at the Reds. He's an ex-rugby league player himself. He played State of Origin for the Queensland Maroons. He was a winger, originally from Bundaberg in Queensland. He spent some time over in Ireland, where he also had something to do with Joe Schmidt, by the way. He seems to have made good inroads in a short period of time at the Reds and built a good culture there. Dan McKellar had spent time as an assistant coach. He'd done some time at the Brumbies, assistant at the Wallabies at one point, a season or two for Leicester Tigers over in England. He's now back, just beginning his first Super Rugby season as New South Wales Waratahs coach. And then Stephen Larkham, of course, the World Cup winning Wallaby fly half from 1999, scored that stunning drop goal against the Box in the semi-final in extra time to get the Wallabies into the final. He's been involved. He was an assistant coach for the Wallabies around about the time that Checker was head coach. Been a head coach at the Brumbies for a couple of seasons. So there are those three fellas, and in some ways it'd be great to have an Australian, and it would seem a bit of a natural progression for one of them to step up. However, I'm not so sure about that. Look, I really think for this, we need a coach to hit the ground running, and there are 2 years, so they don't get a full 4-year World Cup cycle. They've got 2 years from appointment until the next Rugby World Cup begins. So my feeling is we actually, while I'd love to have the thought of an Australian coach and one of those fellas, I think we need someone with pre-existing international experience. That brings me to Australian Michael